Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. I've got a fun bug to show you in the background, but the xenomorph itself is not a bug. It is live in-game as of right now, the 24th of November. It's live, it is real. Xenomorph and Predator, Alien and Predator, are in Raid Shadow Legends, and we're going to be purchasing the Predator Champion Pass, trying him out in live arena. Goal 4, top level live arena, to see how he is performing, how good he is. Yeah, I thought this was quite fun. Look at this. Friday the 13th pack. No superstitions, just wins. Amazing, amazing. Right, so anyway, as you can see, this is currently bugged right now, but to get Xenomorph, of course, is a 7-day login thing. You'll get a 2-star soul, and then in phase 2, phase 2 looks reasonably normal, actually, but you can get up to a 5-star soul for him, which is super exciting. For the Predator, he is available through the Champion Pass. I do think that I talked about it in the whole reveal video, I think both champions will probably be available from shard events, is my guess. They talk about they'll be available in other events, I'm guessing, like shard events, 15x, etc. So this shouldn't be the only way to get him, but it's the most realistic way to get him. This is where most people who end up with a Predator are going to be getting him through this. Now, we're going to get the Elite Pass. So, the default one, it's actually a little cheaper than I expected. Not something I often say about Raid Shadow Legends. It's $40. I really think if you're a new player and you're coming in, I mean, we'll test him out now. Maybe he's rubbish, maybe he's amazing, but expecting him to be pretty good, right? I think if you're a new player, you're coming in, you say, Nub, I've just started the game. I love the game. I want to spend like whatever, $60, like the same as for a new full price game, whatever. I've got $60 to spend on Raid. What should I spend it on? I mean, I think dropping 40 onto this is likely to be extremely good. If you get that, you obviously have to do your challenges every day, which are very, very simple. Do the daily challenges to level up through the pass. And yeah, the free path is there. You get free stuff, nothing massively substantial, but a couple of nice things. It's obviously the paid pass, the Elite Pass, opens up the bottom level. I'm going to go the whole way. I'm just going to buy the $60 one, obviously. Wouldn't be a very interesting showcase video if I didn't have the champion. So I'll get him. We'll power level him. This is what you guys supporting the channel is for. So thank you again for letting me do this as my job. So yeah, let's go. All right, and we've done it. The Elite Champion Pass. Ooh, let's press that beautiful, beautiful claim all button. You could probably, again, ideally, this would give you, by the way, points for Champion Chase and points for CVC for getting a new legendary. So probably the ideal way to use them would be to buy this during a Champion Chase. But again, for the purposes of the video, I'm just doing it today. But yeah, better to be patient. Anyway, here he is, Predator. Let's power level this fella. Where is he? And we'll gear him up, and yeah, we'll have to wait a little bit to jump into live arena, but here we go. So I'm going to give him a bunch of brews. Excellent. I'm going to save the feast. It doesn't really matter, but I'll save the feast for an epic. I'm going to max level, I suppose. We'll give him a barrel. Great. And we'll do all this stuff. Again, you're better off saving all this stuff for like actual tournaments and events and whatnot. I'm doing it all here today at a terrible time just to make a video so that you can make an informed decision and see what this champ's all about nice and early. Can I give him a relic? I can give him a relic, actually. A Wand of Submission would be really nice. I do use all of these champions quite a bit. I could steal it off of her. You know what? Screw it. Let's steal it off of Maria. Maria's been demoted. Here we go. And yeah, let's grab him some masteries. I'll just figure this stuff out and get a build ready, and I'll show you the build, and then we'll get into some gameplay. Okay, so I've got a starting build for him. We can do like a full guide if yeah, I'll do a full guide later in the week after testing to tell you like definitely what is the best. We're gonna try him out. I really want to see how his passive works here. So let's look through his kit just so you understand what's happening with his kit. He has a really big 35% HP in Arena Battle Aura. We're probably not going to use that today, but it does open up some cool go second teams. Probably not strong enough this to use end game really, but could be absolutely game changing for early and mid game for sure. So his passive, this is crazy. So he starts the fight with Perfect Veil for 1 turn, and before he takes a turn, he has a 50% chance to evade enemy skills and all of its effects. And that goes away after the first turn. But evade, nothing happens, right? Nothing happens. You dodge the attack, no damage, no effects happen. You dodge everything. So this is huge. He's a 50-50 to just completely, like, especially if they have a damage dealer that tries to one-shot him, unless they've got multi-hit attacks. I mean, but yeah, he's just going to evade the skill. So he's still going to evade the skill, I think. I don't think it matters how many hits. Now, on top of that, whenever he kills an enemy, he's going to gain a 20% chance to evade. That stacks up to 60. I think this might be permanent. We're going to find out, won't we? We'll find out. But yeah, as he starts killing people, he's going to get ridiculously difficult to crowd control, to kill, to increase his skill cooldowns. Like he can just evade almost everything, which is kind of disgusting. His A3, when fully booked, it's a single target attack. Before attacking, puts Hunter's Gaze. Hunter's Gaze he's the first champion to have it. The Chimera does it to you, the lion form, and that's probably the only place you've ever seen it. But damage dealt to champions under Hunter's Gaze cannot be decreased, blocked, redirected, or transferred. And damage dealt to champions under Hunter's Gaze ignore unkillable buffs, block damage, increase defense, strengthen, ally protection, veil, perfect veil, and shield. Seems pretty good. So massive single target nuke. The debuff cannot be resisted if he's under veil or perfect veil. One slight problem. If he doesn't have veil or perfect veil, it can be resisted. I don't have too much accuracy, but hopefully we've got enough. We'll see. If he kills an enemy, puts block revive on them, and a Hunter's Gaze on a random living enemy for 1 turn. That Hunter's Gaze debuff cannot be resisted if he's under veil or perfect veil, otherwise it can be. And if he doesn't kill an enemy, he gets perfect veil for 2 turns and 50% turn meter, which is actually really, really good. Like, number one, it's either going to be a block revive, which is amazing, or it's going to be you get 2 turns perfect veil and a 50% turn meter boost. All that stuff is great. His A2 is his AoE, 3 turn cooldown when it's booked, double hitter. It basically hits people in random order, so like the damage it's going to do to different people is going to be slightly different, and it destroys their max HP. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it's basically going to be bouncing AoE. We'll see what it looks like in game, and yeah, we'll also ignore 15% defense if he's under veil or perfect veil. One thing we could do, there is a cool relic. We'll talk about some champions to combo with him. Where is it? It's probably near the bottom. This one. This one has a chance to give people veil at the end of their turn. Now, unfortunately, has attack is the main stat, which is not what he wants, but he'll get a bigger chance for a veil as it goes down. It's not too bad. I think that it's probably not worth running on him because, you know, the veil, yeah, it's giving you some ignore defense. It's giving you the irresistible Hunter's Gaze. That's about it, though. So it's nice to have, but probably not essential. But I guess, again, we'll find out. That's his A2 AoE. His A1 heals him based off damage, and whenever he evades an attack, he'll counterattack, which is really freaking cool. So I've given him Wand of Submission, which is going to be reflecting. I've got it right now at a 40% chance to reflect any crowd control back. We've given him more damage against full health enemies, some speed for dead allies, and I've put him in 4-piece lethal and 5 pieces of feral. So a couple of ways you can go. The most standard arena build would be something like this. It would be 4 pieces of stone skin, so a stone skin buff to keep you alive at the start of the fight, and then lethal for maximum damage. I've actually taken the gear off my nice, so we're not going to use nice in any of the fights because that would be pretty bad. With Predator, you can maybe ditch the stone skin, seeing as he's got this evade chance. Alternatively, maybe you want stone skin anyway. He'll evade people trying to remove the stone skin. He'll evade people trying to hit through the stone skin. It will just make him even more survivable. And he'll still be evading, he'll still be counterattacking, and he can't be crowd controlled while he's under stone skin. So he'll definitely get the counterattacks off. So that might be better. Don't know. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. But we're going to try him out with lethal and feral. Feral's going to give him 2 turns of block debuffs, which will protect him even more from crowd control. And we'll see. Is he tanky enough to survive, or will he just die? We'll find out. That's what we've done. He is going to be a HP-based damage dealer. He has massive base HP, but his base speed is kind of low. Essentially, we're going to be looking for as much crit damage. We want 100% crit rate. Then we want as much crit damage and HP as possible, and high speed. For end game, which is what I'm looking at, probably around 300 speed. For a beginner player, 170 speed. For a mid-game player, over 200. For a late-game player, probably trying to get, 230 to 250, something in those range for the speed. 100% crit rate always, and then as much HP and crit damage as you can. You can use the Hell Hades optimizer to work out the best ratio for you for the damage. Just say, you could, a whole other video, but yeah, just say 100% crit rate, put in the speed you want, and then tell it to give you the best ratio of crit damage to HP with the gear sets and whatnot. But like, you're looking for, HP percent on the chest, crit damage boots, speed boots, crit damage or crit rate gloves. You can maybe use HP percent gloves, and then you're looking for like HP, crit damage on the neck, that sort of thing. Let's actually give him a bit more defense here. There we go. Excellent. This is what we're looking at here. There's final stats. He doesn't have a blessing yet. And the faction guardians for me, for lizards, because he's the lizardman. I haven't finished the lizardman faction guardian, so he would be plus 10 if I'd finished it. He doesn't even have the defense there. And yeah, with the blessings, I'm suspecting Lightning Cage is probably going to be the best one to protect his buffs. Pretty darn good. At 6-star, Ward of the Fallen would be really good, but really only at 6-star. Temporal Chains is always a maybe. Life Harvest, I think, could be really excellent as well. When enemies start reviving, give him turn meter, pretty sick. Soul Reap is a maybe. Yeah, Polymorph is a maybe at 6-star, but probably not. Yeah, I'd be leaning towards one of those. So Lightning Cage probably at low levels, and probably Ward of the Fallen at 6-star. I'm possibly going for Life Harvest instead of Lightning Cage, depending on what you want. Life Harvest punishes revivers, gives him turn meter when people are revived. Lightning Cage will protect his buffs. Depends if you're running him with buffs and so on. So yeah, that's where we are at with him. I think that's... Oh, for the masteries, again, I think there's probably a few different ways you can go. I've gone relatively standard. Couple of interesting choices here. So I went Whirlwind of Death. Maybe going for Ruthless Ambush would be better. Not sure. Possibly Wrath of the Slain could be fun if he survives. I've gone for more standard stuff. I have given him Blood Shield to see if he can stay alive. You could also go for Methodical. He's going to be doing lots of A1s. So those A1s hitting harder might be a little bit better. Not sure. You could also grab him Deterrence. So more counterattacks when people are crowd controlled. Yeah, I think it's a good starting point anyway. We still have a little bit to go before live arena, so let's just see his animations. We've got 7 minutes, so I'll pause it as well. Let's see his animations here. In fact, yeah, let's throw him in here. Where is Predator? Predator, throw him in. Let's go. Here we go. Let's see him in some fights, man. Well, we can't one-time speed live arena. It would be funny if you could. They're going to boost up. Don't worry. There's an evasion, by the way. Michelangelo also has evade. He didn't evade that time, though. I'm just going to A1 with Marius. The Marius A1. You get to see the vibes of it. Okay, Predator. Here he is. So it's actually super cool where he shows up in Veil. It's actually awesome. Right, let's see his AoE. So let's target Duchess. Here we go. 1 times on his A2. Smart Disc. Well, that did a lot of damage. Not the strongest team, but it did a lot of damage. Okay. Let's try him here. Can he survive against a Hegemon? Let's see. This Hegemon has no blessing. But to be fair, he doesn't have a blessing. But probably my gear is going to be proportionately stronger than his. So here we go. He's going to get nuked by Hedgie. Okay, it did hit him. He didn't dodge it, but it didn't do too much to him. All right, so we can lock these guys out. Should be pretty easy. Although this guy resisted. I want to get a vibe for how hard his A3 is going to hit. We might just kill everything. They're pretty squishy team here. Let's see his A3. So his A3, combi stick throw. Let's see this against Arbiter. Bang, 135,000 damage. Considering he probably has really low-level gear, he's clearly an earlier game player. It's very strong. He maybe might struggle to kill someone who's like super tanky. Like if let's see if we can find a super tanky. We'll definitely have some, here we go, tougher fight. Ooh, actually, Harima, tougher fight. Here we go. Couple of tanky fights here, and then we'll pause it. We'll try a couple of live arena fights as well with the Predator. Really, it's just a hell of a lot of fun, to be honest with you. It's a hell of a lot of fun. He's going to get A1'd by Marius. You can see he tanked that A1. Marius didn't hit crazy hard, to be fair. Let's, I don't know, probably do that to him. Ooh, okay, this guy, he's got some fancy stuff. I mean, let's just soften him up with Marius. We're not going to hold back against this guy. That's what a Marius nuke looks like. Marius been polymorphed. All right, let's go. Let's just Hunter's Gaze. Let's see if we can kill the Marishka, shall we? Target Marishka. Bang. Nope. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. 44,000. So she is tankier. She has the damage reduction from Harima passive. But yeah, not even slightly close. But he gained a lot of turn meter. I think this is where the Life Harvest could actually be pretty good when enemies are softened up. Right, let's go in with his AoE. We'll target her first. His AoE hits hard enough. She didn't take much damage because she's petrified, but okay. Cool. So his A3 is actually not blowing me away in terms of damage. Not blowing me away. But, so I don't think you're going to be sniping out super tanky champions with that actually all that easily. But it's going to be more champions who are relying on, because it lets you ignore so much stuff, champions who are relying on things like block damage, etc. Now, he doesn't hit through Stone Skin either, which is a bummer. This is slightly awkward as well, where his Marius could kill me because we didn't lock him out. Let's find out. Wand of Submission kept us in. Uh-oh. Oh, we just did. We just did. He did nothing there. So he didn't evade, unfortunately, and his stuff got stripped. That's a feels bad, man. Okay, one more fight. Here we go. Looks like a nice fight as well. We'll throw it in on auto. Actually, what are they even going to do on auto? I don't know. Hang on. If I just take out the nice and we put in Predator, here we go. Obviously, my nice is obviously, by the way, better than Predator, but hey, it's all good. I think we start with his AoE, seems best. I think start with the AoE, try get some kills. Go. I'm leaning more towards the Life Harvest, to be honest. Life Harvest, open with his A2, try get some kills, then start blocking Revive when they come back, and start spreading that Hunter's Gaze. We're going to get nuked here. He evaded that time. Oh, and he counterattacked. I forgot to even look at his A1. He's not done it much. He's evaded. He counterattacks. That's what his A1 looks like. Not massive damage on the A1. As you can see, like we did 20,000 or something with his A1. Whereas right there, he was doing less. He will be evading some stuff now. We haven't really seen that happen yet, but presumably his passive is stacked up some. But yeah, gosh, he's certainly tanky. Right, I'll be back in 2 minutes for some live arena. See you guys in a minute. I guess as we're waiting, by the way, something to consider with the Veil or Perfect Veil. You can see Perfect Veil does give you a 15% damage reduction from AoE attacks again. So yeah, part of why I'm trying the old don't use Stone Skin, just to see if we can survive some nukes turn one. I don't know, maybe. It's pretty limited in champions that give Perfect Veil for your team. And certainly in terms of arena, where this guy is good, I think a big one for new players is Rector Drath, because she is available for money at whatever the beginner pass is. So if you're coming in, you spend $40 for the champion pass for Predator, Rector Drath, buying her as well could be a nice combo. She brings Revive, she brings Perfect Veil, she brings healing for your team. She should be a very, very, very strong brand new account booster to go with Predator if you're playing the game as a new player and you are a spender. Obviously, she's also an epic, so she's some champion you might actually get. After that, Fidey's very strong. Not top tier in arena, but he's good. He's a Void Legendary, tough to get. We could use him. I would say Firal, Tutora, and Truath are not at all PvP champions. But they would go well with him in PvE and dungeons. They'd be great. And Firal in particular is very good. Now, Glaikid and Duchess, both viable options for arena. Not top tier. Duchess a little bit better as well, but they're both good and they will both go pretty well with him. Duchess especially more of a tanky go second team providing Veil. And then definitely Galathir and Theodosia are both top tier. Now, I think they only give Veil... I think Theodosia maybe does it on... I mean, they're mythicals. They're very tough to get. Does she do it on her A2? Yeah, she gives Perfect Veil to your whole team on a 3-turn cooldown. She's probably his best teammate. And again, she's equalizing HP. People take less damage. She's got an AoE Revive, Unkillable, healing and turn meter boosting. Theodosia is obviously insane. One of the best champions in the entire game, full stop. So, here we go. So, yeah, she'll slot in really well with him. So they're an obvious combo. Mad Zark. It's possible this guy might also have Predator. Let's find out. So where is he? Predator. Boom. We're in. What are these 7 trophies? Is that like he's won something 7 times? Oh dear. Uh-oh. We're going. It's gonna be a tough one, folks. It's gonna be tough. Never said it was gonna be easy. It's gonna be tough. I'm a little concerned we might just die. We'll see. Oh God! Oh, he's got the Commodus as well. The +4 Crixia. Right. It's it's not looking great as of right now. What do we do against this? Hmm. Hmm. Let's try this and gonna have to ban him. I mean, we could just try him, and I don't really know. I don't really know what to do here, guys. This is less than good. Let's just go. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna pick all damage dealers and YOLO, right? This is what we do. When in doubt, just pick all damage dealers and hope somebody survives or gets lucky or something, and we somehow win. That's the plan. Oh man. Damn you, Zark. Okay. Hey, Predator hits through. Well, I think we should really use the speed aura. He's really going to run circles around us. Unfortunately, Predator's going to have his skills put on cooldown unless he evades. He has a 50% chance to evade, folks. Don't forget about that. So, yeah, 50-50. Maybe we just dodge everything this Crixia is trying to do. And he won't expect that. All right, let's see what you got, buddy. Oh, we're faster. That's nice. We could try to polymorph her. Try to get rid. Oh, we polymorphed the nice. She resisted. I was a bit worried about him having more resistance. I mean, he's like a +4 6-star, so it's a +4 mythicals. Slightly suboptimal, but I wasn't paying attention as to whether or not we were locked out. I'm guessing we probably were. We could try to remove her stone skin. I don't know if there's too much point. What we're just gonna do is just A1 here. Maybe we kill her. We didn't. That's fine. Just have him swap forms and he can nuke. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, we totally... Okay. So we totally did evade that stuff. Right. So we could Hunter's Gaze on her. We could just do an AoE. You know, screw it. Let's just do an AoE. Let's see his AoE. Okay. It's not terrible damage. Remember, this is about the nastiest opponent it's possible to have. We got a couple of stuns there. We got stunned as well. He could shapeshift and he could remove their debuffs. If he shapeshifts, it will trigger Marius, but he's probably fine, to be honest, with his empowerments. Oh, she just barely lives. That's heartbreaking. And he removes their stuff. That's fine. Now, this might be bad because we might trigger the nice. Oh, but we might kill him. No, we missed our turn because of the true fear. That's heartbreaking as well. He can put his defensive buff up on nice, but he's not going to expect Predator, guys. He's not going to expect it. Just block revive on her. Oh my god, she still didn't die. Predator, though. Hunter's Gaze, the nice. Oh, the nice resisted! No! Oh, that was such a great idea until it wasn't a good idea. The nice resisted. Oh, that's heartbreaking. I forgot he needs accuracy. Well, he gave himself lots of turn meter. I don't think it's going to help. I think we're just going to die. We might evade. Yeah, no, we died. That's sad, isn't it? I forgot. So, of course, he's going to need some accuracy, and we didn't have any. So, well, I mean, let's just nuke, and then we can leave the fight. Bang. We almost had him. Look at that. Look at that. He's on his last legs, folks. Look at that. He's on his last legs. We almost had him. Right. Let's go again. Slightly unlucky right there. Let's try again. Okay. All right. This looks more reasonable. He's got almost the same points as me. This seems a bit better. Right. Let's go. Round 2 for Predator. Here we go. And again, Predator is probably not someone you'd be picking super early at this stage of Live Arena. I'd usually be leaving that more to the end and securing some key champions, particularly ones with blessings. But it's fine. It's fine. We'll go with it. Rightio. Let's grab the Predator. Let's grab the Marius as well, maybe. We could see if we can survive Marius, actually. It's probably all right. Let's get a Fabian. Yeah, let's get a Fabian. Let's just try that out. That's a everyman combo. Let's give it a go. Here we go. Yug Vam. What's he got? Okay, pretty nasty, pretty nasty. Let's go in with the support, and let's go in with let's get Predator at this point. Wait, where is he? Am I blind? Be all the way down here? Wait, where is Predator? Oh, I picked him already. I'm a freaking idiot. I first picked, of course I did. All right, so we got a couple of damage. We got some speed. Okay, it's not too shabby. We could get a... Actually, we could go in with a support. Or we could just, you know what? I'll actually grab Empress. Let's go with Empress as our damage. I think Empress into Carnage is a strong combo. And I think Empress actually is, it denies the combo from him. And I think Empress is pretty good actually against both of them. Ooh, okay, he has that. That's a little less than ideal. We could throw in a Sifi. It's not terrible. Kind of have to ban Volcanos. He would just kill us, I'm afraid. Right, so we have to ban the Volcanos. Let's see what he's going to do to us. Dun, 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 dun. Fabian is gone. Okay, so we've got 2 supports and 2 damage dealers. And Lazarius doubles as a damage dealer. He's like Arbiter, but he can switch forms and do damage. Yeah, does pretty good damage form 1 as well. Lazarius, I think, veils, I think, just himself. Right, let's see how we do. We've got the veil on. Okay. Right, actually, let's just flip over and see if we can kill one of these jokers. Here we go. Bang, kill both of them. Our stone skin, we did have stone skin on Empress. It has been removed by the burns, right? That's what burn will do to you. He's been locked out, which is pretty cool. We can now boost up, which will help us protect from this fella. This nasty fella. I'm quite tempted to just make him swap form and nuke the Galathier. So I think I'll do that. Take some damage. We won't kill Galathier. We just trigger his passive. Galathier is actually very tanky. It took almost nothing. I guess we just didn't trigger Helm Smasher. Right, so he can switch form. He could kill me here, but he should kill himself off of the Empress passive if he does so. No, he also... No one in this fight is doing any damage. Nobody wants to do damage, which is funny. Is this a multi-hitter? It is not. Right, let's see how hard he hits right here. Bang! 56k. Right, we totally killed him. We'll take that. We can decrease his turn meter, but do some damage right there. We can sleep him as well. It got reflected by a Wand of Submission. Pretty sure that's what happened. So he has, you can see, we killed him with Predator. The Hunter's Gaze then got applied to Galathier, but because it's only a 1-turn Hunter's Gaze, it's going to be gone before we do anything. But Predator should have an AoE. That being said, actually, I don't think he's even going to get a turn because I think Empress also has an AoE, and yeah, Empress going to kill them. Okay, that's fine. We're going to have server maintenance, right? We'll get in a couple of fights. Yeah, all right, that's fine. We'll get in 1 or 2 more fights, maybe? Out of stretch? Maybe just the 1 more. Maybe 1 more. Here we go. Okay, this one looks good for me. We're against all... Well, we started really hard. We had then a medium difficulty fight, and now we're getting potentially an easier fight. Cool. Watch this guy absolutely frickin' destroy me now. But, yeah. His A3 is a bit weird. Spreading... Oh, never mind. Yeah, certainly. I take back what I said about an easy fight, ladies and gentlemen. I take it all back. Let's just grab the 2 of these. Couple of supports. See what he's got. Yeah, I take it back. Now, that being said, it is a Brimstone Galathier, which is certainly not meta. Yeah, okay, this guy, he's got the cash anyway. We'll tell you that much for free. He has the cash. I think Lazarius. Do we go like this again? It would be nice to have my nice. Lazarius gives us some speed boosting. I think we have to get rid of the Crix, yeah. Kind of a big... Yeah, we're in some... We've got some problems here. This might work fine. How do I deal with all this? I don't know. Right, let's go for it. Again, Crushing Ren, 5-star Seek Friend. No, not a great pick, one would think. He's gonna one-shot me, though. Oh, my God. Oh, shit, bro. Oh, man, he's just... Yeah, we have to ban that. That's horrible. Though, Predator might just evade his stuff, which would be funny. Right, Yeah, we're in a little bit of a pickle. We're in a bit of a pickle. So, we could remove his Seek Friend or his Marius, potentially with a Polymorph, though it could just get Wand of Submission back to us. I think that Predator's not going to be able to kill the Seek Friend until he procs his passive. Once he procs his passive, we can go to town. We need to be a little careful. We could risk. She's probably too high resistance. We're just going, yeah, she would have resisted. Okay, so better safe than sorry. She resisted my lockout, so she's extremely high resistance, actually. Do we get an evasion? No, no, didn't. That's unfortunate. We might evade this, though, whatever he's going to do. Yeah, we evaded it, and he counters. That's really cool. Man, I love that. That's actually super fun. I don't know, just nuke him here. We're going to save his passive for the next round. Predator. Killing her would not be bad. Let's see how hard his A1's going to hit here. Boom, gets the kill. It doesn't hit very hard, to be honest. Let's see if we can increase his skill cooldown with that A1, because it's just about one of our only hopes to actually survive. She's resisting everything. He's going to A3 me. Never mind, he's going to do an A1. Maybe I did lock him out with Fabian. I wasn't paying attention. He's going to reset her. Just about survives right there. So what we should be able to do is we A1 him. He'll get lots of turn meter. Now, if we can push him back, shit. What my plan was there, and it did not work, is this. Hunter's Gaze allows us. He might weak hit, though. No, we didn't weak hit. And bam, 100k, block revive, bada bing, bada boom. I will say with Predator, okay, so here we go. Cool, sweet. That worked well, the Hunter's Gaze. Actually, the Hunter's Gaze is a great debuff. So yeah, quick thoughts on Predator. He seems pretty decent. Doesn't seem top tier. For me, in a couple of those fights, what definitely is awkward is not having a blessing. I'm actually quite strongly leaning towards Life Harvest with him. I think that's going to feel good. Yeah, it's a little tricky. I think without that 5-star blessing, at this level of play, I would be looking at Life Harvest, which is pretty huge. But that extra 75 accuracy doesn't sound like much. But I think it's actually really good, right? This is a big problem. If you don't have Perfect Veil and you're relying on your Hunter's Gaze debuff to kill these really, really top tier enemies like Siegfriends and like Neve, the Sylvan Watcher, Void Legendary, there's lots of very, very scary champions with unkillable or block damage or whatever, and you're relying on the debuff to kill them. And if that debuff doesn't land, you basically... your damage dealer smacks someone with block damage to 0 damage. And yeah, he gets a really good boost there out of it, but it's a bit awkward, to be honest. I do like Life Harvest. I think it's going to be ideal because it's going to give him lots of nice, juicy turn meter when people get revived. And I think when he starts cycling through turns, he actually gets pretty disgusting. We didn't see this be too impactful. He does seem to combo well with people who can ignore Stone Skin. I think early mid, maybe even late game, he could work well in some go second teams. I don't have Galathea or Theodosia or Duchess, which would be the 3 big ones to put with him for go second, but he could be very strong there. But yeah, this move, it definitely does enough damage to kill people, but I think you're going to struggle perhaps a little bit to really take out super tanky targets, unless you've got Giga cracked gear. But it hits very hard, to be fair, and it does block revive. It's got a very nice effect if you don't kill them. His A2 is pretty darn solid. That hits hard. His A1 doesn't hit very hard at all, is my thoughts. But he does counterattack a good bit. Yeah, there we go. Guys, what did you think about Predator? You saw him in a few different fights there. That's a quick first look at him. And yeah, there we go. Cool. I'm going to rebuild him now because obviously nice is better than Predator. Shocker. But I'm going to put some gear on this guy. I'm going to use him some more during the week and try write up a guide. But yeah, he seems pretty cool. He's not going to be insane for other areas of the game, but he'll be not bad, like generally, as a damage dealer for you. Like if you're a new player as well, and you're going, oh, can I throw him into my dungeon teams? Like, yeah, why not? He's going to do some AoE damage. You know, against bosses where he doesn't kill them, he's going to keep turn meter boosting himself and give himself the veil, which is cool. So it'll be really tanky. He'll hit hard. Against waves, he'll stack this up. He should be pretty good for you. So yeah, he's cool. No, let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.